Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, let me scroll up real quick. Let's take a look here. Who do we have? Let's see. We have Arnie. Hello, Arnie. And we have Ashley. Hello. And Allie. Let's see, Melissa. Hello. And Angela. Shell. Ellen. Hello, hello, hello. Michelle. Hello. Ariane. Hello. Let's see, who else? Emma, Tara Lynn, Shar. Oh, I'm glad you're here too, Shar. Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see, Jay, hello. Hi, Kenny. Melissa, hello. And Monkey, hello. Who else do we have? Shannon. Come on, wherever you are. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Aspie. Kat, hello. Let's see, who else am I missing? Oop, it jumped down. One sec. Mona! Hi, Mona! And let's see. I think, oh, Loretta! Hi, Loretta! Okay, I think I got everyone. Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, well, I was scrambling there right beforehand because I was trying a new tea, and it was like this watermelon tea, and it was not... Anyway, I'm doing this community thing where we try new teas every day, and today was not a winner. I did not like it, chat. So I took it to Steve and I said, please fix this. I don't like it. So he's making me new tea. But anyway, so today we are going to work on this little section here with our Ergosofts. But one of the other things I want... Ooh, bump the camera. One of the other things I wanted to show you all, hi Robin, is once again, I may or may not have purchased some new pencils. It's something I've been curious about for a while, and you really can't balk at the price at all. I don't know if we'll try them tonight because I did promise that we would do Ergosofts today. We might try them at the end. We might save them for Friday, but we got, I think if anybody can understand more pencils, it's this lovely group of people right here. Oh, awesome. Emma, I'm doing community for September also. So I will join you. My mother is doing it also. So yes, ooh, Emma, we can talk about September's community. Hi, Arnie. Well, you know, it was different, Loretta. It reminded me of like watermelon bubblegum. It felt like I was drinking candy, and I don't like that. Anyway. Or some ASMR a little bit. I don't know. But we got the Castle Art pencils. They were like, there was a coupon. And I want to say they were like 47 or something. They were under 50. They were under 50. So under $50 for 120 pencils. Like, that's insane. It was okay, Kenny. It was okay. I don't know. I saw Castle Arts. Yup. Who was using the other day? Oh, Isabel. Isabel was using them the other day. She was coloring that beautiful jellyfish from Kirby Roseanne's, and I was just like, you know what? I should just finally take a look at them and see how much they are. Yeah, Kenny, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. You know, but that's the great thing about the community thing is that community, not community, community. Anyway, you get a new single portion size of tea that you try every day, and so it gives you a chance to try other things. The only thing is like some are caffeinated, so like I only drink 1 cup of caffeinated tea a day, so I have to like plan it out. But oh, awesome, Robin. I only have 3 of the theme sets of those. Only. Drum roll, yes. Well, I haven't tried them, and I do have the Artezas, but for a really good budget pencil, I mean, the number of pencils that you get for it, I mean, it's pretty intense. I actually haven't looked through them yet. Cat hair. But, and I haven't swatched them or anything. They came today. I didn't have a chance. Oh, awesome, Melissa. The 44 blue. Let's see. 44. Oh, ultramarine light. This one here. Is that pretty? Is that real pretty? I'll have to take, honestly, I haven't swatched them, but as I just did all of those Black Widow swatches, it shouldn't be difficult, which, by the way, I still am working on the Black Widow versus Prismacolor swatch chart. So, hi Sue, hi Della. Anyway, so we're gonna work on this part here. With Ergosofts today, but I was thinking when Friday rolls around, maybe we could do like this or this with the Castle Arts. Yeah, anyway, Yeah, I was excited about them. The cost was way too good to pass up, and so we're gonna give them a shot. I will work this week to get these swatched, and we will try them. If we have time tonight, we will go ahead and maybe test them out just a little bit, but we'll see. No promises. But they arrived today, and I wanted to show them with you. I have the ones with only numbers. Oh, okay. That's hilarious. Anyway, but I was excited, and I was like, oh, they would like that. And I did get the Kirby Razan's Geomorphia, but it is doing its standard sit to... Whenever I get anything paper, books of notebook paper or books, it's hard to disinfect those because you can't really wipe down all the pages just with everything. And so these, I can wipe down the outside of the case, but the book, it's doing its standard sit while it, make sure there's no virus on it. I'm probably being, over cautious, but you know what? If it makes me feel better, I can live without the new coloring book for a couple more days. Well, I'll have to let you know how they are, Rochelle. I haven't tried them. I've been super curious. But for today, we are going to... Oh, awesome, Tara Lynn. Yeah, these are the soft ones. It was interesting. There was a set of Castle Arts on Amazon. Oh, I should put the link for these, too. There was a set of Castle Arts on Amazon that came with... oh, thanks, Kenny. That came with a case, but they were cheaper. But from what I gathered, these were different. These are like the soft ones versus the hard ones. And I wanted the softer ones, so... Speaking of which, Kenny just put that Etsy link up there. Just a reminder to everyone, if I can grab it, we have a new sticker up in the shop. Aw, Kat. Thank you, Kat. Can we get some hypes in chat for Kat for her super chat? If you are a member, you can use our handy dandy emotes. Otherwise, you can type !hype as soon as my keyboard catches up. There we go. Or there's those fancy emotes. There you go. Thank you, Kat. You're amazing. Absolutely amazing. Unicorn sticker. A new unicorn sticker in the Etsy store. But we also have a new mini that we're giving away with the stickers. And it is this little glitter holographic mini. Let's make that brighter. There we go. You can see. This is probably one of my new favorites. Oh, yeah. We also do have a... high five. Belinda's the one with the hugs. I have high five. But yeah, it's a fun little glittery mini sticker. I popped it right on the pencil sharpener here. There we go. Anyway, it's one of my new favorites. And I'm thinking maybe we'll make it a big one later, or maybe we'll do like a more complicated big one because it's really pretty. I'm really pleased with how... Yay, glitter! Exactly! Soft touch with the case from eBay for $60. Nice! So anyway, those are in the Etsy store if you want to check them out. We did a giveaway for them on last stream. I like to do those occasionally. But we have like 7 stickers available, plus the mini. But the mini isn't listed. You have to, the mini goes with purchases. Anyway. Oh, thank you. Steve is here with my replacement non-watermelon candy tasting tea.
Hi, chat.
Steve says hi.
Hi, chat.
Hi, Belinda. Steve says bye. All right, we're going to let that tea cool just a little bit. Aw, thanks, Mona. Okay, so why do you think the ones in the case are harder? I think it's just they made different pencils, just like with the Caran d'Ache, you have the Luminance versus the Pablos. Pablos are harder, the Luminance are softer. So I think that it's just more of a type of pencil than anything else. Never too much glitter. Exactly. I bleed glitter. I will always be okay with that. I am awesome. Sounds good, Sandra. All right. Well, I really want to make a lot of progress because we have this big section and I know we've been like going slow on this, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So we're going to go ahead and get started so we can get as far as we can today. So what we're dealing with here, it looks like we've got a little bit of a border here. We've got some filigree here. We could say these are leaves, but honestly, knowing me, I'll probably make them colorful. This here looks like it's a bit of a flower. Lots of leaves down here. So we're going to have plenty of green. So we're really going to color up the flowers. And then we've got greenery on the bottom and these hanging flowers here. So let's start with our green, get our green down, and then we can balance our flower colors off of that. So let's just start right up here. And then the background here, we'll probably do watercolor like we did for these other ones. Yeah, I didn't either, Kat. When people talked about castle art, I assumed that it was just, it was all one thing. And then when I actually went searching for them, I was like, oh, hello. I was just like, how is it you get 120 pencils and a case for less than the other one? And I was really confused. You said hi and got booted? What? What, booted by Nightbot or booted by the internet? Hi, Molly. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive on in. I actually really like this. So I'm going to pull these out here so you can see. If you look at Ergosoft, you know, it's only a 36 count set. So I think a lot of people might get confused about like, okay, well, how many different combinations I can do? You would be surprised how many different combinations of greens that you can do when you only have 6 pencils, okay? So, actually, I'm going to move the picture real quick and we're going to talk about a couple combinations. You also don't have to stick with only green. Now, anybody that's watched me knows that I do a lot of my, you know, kind of rule of 3 almost. So I like to use this, as you can see, these are very well-loved pencils. They're a little grubby. It's that grip coating on the outside. It tends to get it when you handle a bunch of pencils, you get pencil dust on it. But anyway, so this is their darkest. It's kind of almost a dark teal, I would classify it under. And then you've got your more true greens. These are your warmer kind of yellowish greens, you know, closer to like olive green. Internet. Okay. Wasn't sure if Nightbot was being naughty. So I like to use this yellow as my third color a lot of the time. So common combinations I'll do would be like these 3 together, or I would do something like this together, or something like this together, or sometimes I'll even throw in like oranges or pinks. So there are loads of different ones that you can put together. I think I have the harder ones because I don't care for them. May have to look at the softer ones because I hear good things about Castle Arts. Interesting. Well, when we try them out, I'll let you know what I think of them, and then maybe we can figure out the comparison between them. Because this one says... Yeah, this one says premium, the 120 premium soft touch. So that's what that says on this case. Get a drink real quick. Okay, so let's get these sharpened real quick. Yeah, they're very well-loved pencils. They get really short. My daughter was giggling at them today. She was helping me organize some things, and she was like, it's so tiny. I'm like, I know. That just means they're well-loved. That's all. All right, so we're going to start with number 38. Okay, now the paper's a little crimpy because we've been doing watercolor on it. So I'm going to kind of hold it down here so it doesn't mess with my strokes at all. So I suppose if you were doing this, just because we've been doing this on stream, we do it in a slightly different order than we normally would. So I suppose if you were doing this, you would do the watercolor last so that you don't have to worry about any of the crinkling of the paper. That is too bright. We're going to turn that down. There we go. I have the Castle Art 120 Soft Touch. I don't like them as well as the Arteza. Oh, well, and the Arteza is a little bit, cost-wise, Arteza is a little bit more, but... Sounds good, Diane. So I think the quality is going to be a little bit different. Okay, we'll write that down. Believe me, I don't write it down. I will not remember. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I have the worst memory. In fact, I had, when my daughter was in here helping me today, I had her make me a to-do list tomorrow so I don't forget to I clean the bathroom. I've got to do some regular work. I was like, okay, I need you to help me with my list because I won't remember. She's like, Mommy, I won't remember either. She's definitely my daughter. Definitely. All right, let's add in a little bit more of this. We're actually going to make this a kind of a bluish leaf. Because we have so many leaves, we have a lot of leeway to do some different combinations. Trying to see, I don't see any more of this specific leaf, so that's kind of nice because you don't have to remember too many combinations that you're doing. All right, let's go ahead. We're still using that 38. I mean, but if you're always looking for a good starter budget pencil set, I always highly recommend the Ergosoft anyway. I absolutely love them. I've done many pictures with the Ergosoft. I think the Castle Art 120 are a little softer than the Artezas. They may be more toward Prisma, and Arteza might be more toward Polys. I'm wondering that, Sandra. I mean, I haven't tried them yet, but I wonder. Ooh, that sounds good, Kim. Very nice. Turn this down just a smidge. There we go. So I made, I make a really good meatloaf, and a lot of times I'll make it in the crock pot and let it cook all day, but I don't always remember to start it early. And one of the things that I have learned that the kids absolutely love and will eat, and Steve likes them too, is I will do like meatloaf patties, if that makes sense. And so like imagine hamburger patties, but it's the meatloaf mixture. Anyway, I put a little grated cheese on top and they go nuts for them. So that's what we had for dinner tonight. Okay, so we're still using 38. Oh. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I love meatloaf. I make a really good meatloaf. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do number 35. Yeah, meatloaf in a crock pot. So what I do, Sherry, because it can really, really stick to the inside of the crock pot. So you could use parchment paper if you want. I sometimes use foil because it makes cleaning easier. But I'll line the bottom of it with foil, and I'll put, I'll make my whole meatloaf mixture, and then, put in loaf, and then put it in the crock pot. Now, if I start it early enough and give it plenty of time, like at least 6 hours, ideally like 8 hours, and I cook it on low. But the nice thing about it is it makes it super moist because it's in the crock pot and it doesn't dry out like sometimes the oven does. But I'll like mix up all my meatloaf. Sometimes I'll put like little cubes of cheese, so when it's done, it's got like little pockets of cheese in it. But yes, meatloaf is a popular dish here. Use an Instapot because I can never wait on a slow cooker. That works. Hi, Pam. All right, so let's see, number 35. This is almost kind of that teal color. The thing of it is, though, is we're going to add number 10 after we add this teal, and it'll look a little bit more green than blue, just because when you mix yellow and blue, what do you get? You get green. There we go. Okay. No, I don't brown the meat at all. No, it just cooks all day. It heats up pretty quick. Yeah, I've never browned it beforehand. It's like when you put any kind of, raw meat in the crock pot, you cook it on high at first, for just a little bit to make sure that the meat cooks and everything. And then you let it sit on low for a while, and it goes just fine. If I've got fresh potatoes, I'll cook up some like rosemary potatoes or something to serve with it. Meatloaf doesn't sound good. Oh, sorry. 40th birthday. Oh, well, you can tell her we said happy birthday. And then, like, because, obviously, like, hamburger based on, what percentage of fat it is, at some point I will take the turkey baster and I'll take a lot of the, like, probably in the last 20 minutes or so, I'll take a lot of the oil out so it's not, super oily. Anyway, the way I'm saying it makes it not sound good, but I swear it's good. Okay. What pencil number is that? This is number 35, Paula. Number 35. Sorry, I was saying what the color was kind of like. I realized I didn't say it. But you must have mashed potatoes with it. Yes, mashed potatoes if I'm feeling up to making mashed potatoes. What's a meatloaf? Is it some kind of sausage? Oh, right. I forget about the differences in countries. Okay, so meatloaf, a lot of times, some people will use ground turkey, but standardly, ground beef is what's used. And so you use usually about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. You mix breadcrumbs, you mix an egg. I'm using number 10 now, by the way. Worcestershire, oh my gosh, it's the worst word ever. Worcestershire sauce. Some, garlic, onions if you have it. I put in a little bit of spicy mustard. I add a little bit of ketchup, just mix it all up in there. Let's see, what else do I put in there? I put some thyme, maybe some oregano. Anyway, it's just like, and then, there's a little bit of milk too to help with, the breadcrumbs and everything. Did I say egg? There's an egg in there. Anyway, and I mix it all up. And yeah, just let it cook all day. I'm realizing this is part of the leaf. Now I want a burger. Do you ever do a blend of meats? Oh, you most definitely could. You most definitely could. Let's see. A giant hamburger with spices and you slice. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise you'd have it sitting in the grease. Exactly. Stick to your meatloaf pan. Do you use extra lean? Yes, Teresa. If I can, if I've got it, then yeah, I'll use meatloaf sandwiches and leftovers. Yes. Meatloaf is a mix of hamburger, sometimes with breading, cracker crumbs, breadcrumbs, or oats and seasoning. Yes, exactly. Breadcrumbs, egg. If I can't say it, I leave it out. Oh, but the Worcestershire sauce is so great. No worries, Kim. Yeah, it's good. It's good, Shell. You can, I'm using 5 again. Most recipes will say that you cook it in the, oh wait. I used the wrong pencil. Oh my goodness, number 38. See, this is what happens when I start talking about food. I get distracted. Disregard number 5. I'm using 38. Most recipes will say to cook it in the oven, but the crock pot was sort of something that I don't know if I read it somewhere or not, but I definitely came up with it at some point, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. Coming to your house for dinner. Hi, Patricia. But yeah, mashed potatoes and gravy is typically served with it a lot. Like I said, I like to do rosemary potatoes, where I will get either white or gold potatoes, and I will slice them up depending on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I'll cube them, sometimes I'll do discs, and then I will kind of parboil it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't boil it to where it would be as soft as meatloaf is, or no, sorry, meatloaf, soft as you would make them for mashed potatoes, but I soften them a little bit, and then I take them out, put them on a baking sheet, drizzle some olive oil, brush it on top, and then I sprinkle it with garlic salt and rosemary and let that bake, and it's really good for like rosemary potatoes. Or you can mix it up and you can use like all season salt and make almost like JoJo style potatoes. Meatloaf is a favorite here too. Oh, awesome. I love a cold meatloaf sandwich on white bread with a little ketchup the next day. Nice. I do hamburger, onion soup mix, oatmeal, and some garlic, tomato sauce, and an egg. Oh, interesting. It's really juicy. Mine never lasts long enough for leftovers ever, no matter how large I might get. Exactly. Oh, but see, corned beef is really good too. I do oven roasted veggies or green beans. Yes. I use the 1974 so version of Betty Crocker's cookbook. So I have Betty Crocker. I don't know that it's the 1974 version. Let's see. Number 35. Sad. It's the same way when I do burgers. Probably the only real difference between what I made tonight and burgers is that with burgers, I don't add the milk or the breadcrumbs or the whole egg. For burgers, I will do, I think it's the egg yolk in the burgers, not the egg white. Yeah, it's the egg yolk, not the egg white. So it differs a little bit. It's fairly similar. And I'll add different spices for burgers. Let's see. Crockpot is a great idea. Definitely keep the heat down in the house. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, because even when you cook it in the oven, you have to cook it for like at least an hour or something. But that's also why we do the meatloaf patties, because where we're at, our crock pot will still heat up our kitchen a little bit. And so with the patties, you're cutting down on the time even more, and it's like you're cooking burgers, and so it doesn't heat up nearly as much. Okay, we are going to grab now, let's see, what do I want to use? We're going to use number 61 here for our kind of contrasting shadow color. The reason we call it meatloaf is because it's traditionally cooked in a loaf pan like bread for oven. Yes, exactly. Let's see, I know what I'm cooking for dinner tomorrow. There you go. All I have is the 1950s version of Betty. I don't know which version I have. I have a couple of them, actually. Like, I have a bound book, and then I have a spiral binder that I always take things out of. I used to do the ketchup on top. Now I just sort of mix it in, and then the kids dip it. Because honestly, when you do it in the crock pot, it's so moist in there, the ketchup just kind of slides off, if that makes sense. It's weird. You know, in the oven, the ketchup on top works a little bit better. God, I have a snack or I would be drooling. Yeah, so it's basically like I make the meatloaf, but then I cook them like hamburger patties on the stove, and it's great because they're small bite size, and the kids can cut them up themselves. And so number 61, yeah, and it's much easier, and I don't have to worry about cooking it all day long, and when they still get the meatloaf, and it doesn't dry out or anything. It's plenty moist. Okay. I'm really regretting the fact that I already did the watercolor on this because the paper's like not laying flat. Oh well, what are you gonna do? All right, we're gonna add a little bit of this here too, because there would naturally be a little bit of shadow under that leaf. I mean, Steve likes eating it with barbecue sauce. I make the meat lifestyle patties, also call them hamburger steaks. There you go. Especially when it's 111. Yeah, it's so hot here. Aw, that's nice, Kat. I like it. I love to cook anything and everything, but it's so hot to be cooking right now. Exactly. Pizza with vanilla sweet icing? Okay, well, are we talking like just the pizza dough with the icing on top? Or are we talking like pepperoni pizza with icing? I made meatloaf in a cupcake pan? Yes, that works too, Angela. Munching on cherries? Ooh, that sounds good, Arnie. I do like meatloaf balls, cooks faster, and can be individually reheated. Exactly, exactly. Okay. 61 here. Yeah, that's usually one of my go-tos. The kids will eat it, and there's very little leftovers. So I'm very worried about your palate now. Yeah, I gotta inquire about the pizza, Shannon. Is it just I need details. I need details. Inquiring minds want to know. All right, so that's 61. Okay, we're gonna grab 38 one more time. Hi, Rhea. Okay, so now number 38. Darken that up a little bit more. I mean, you can spend as much time as you want on these leaves. You know, the more layers you add, probably the more, you know, realistic. Well, not realistic. I never really go for realistic. Mine's just, I go for pleasant to look at. That's what I, pizza dipped in icing. You're the kind of sweet icing you get with Domino's and the cinnamon stuff. Yeah, I get that, but what kind of pizza? Porcupine balls are a hamburger ball with rice added to it. Interesting. Get to be baseball size. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so 35. I gotta say, icing with pizza, I don't know how I feel about that, Shannon. That seems like a tummy ache waiting to happen. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab, I'm gonna make the outside lines a little bit different kind of green. I thought pizza ranch, okay, well I do the pizza and ranch dressing. I can't help that. All right, now we're gonna use number 5. A bit. Here. All there, and actually we're gonna drag this down to there. Go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead. Let's see. Spam loaves. Okay, people in Hawaii eat spam a lot. I know that. I know that. Let's see. Oh wait, I missed it. Let's go back up. I like to make some tuna fish casserole. Or spell that last word. Casser. Instead of, I think it's Casserole. I have never been totally thrilled by the idea of a tuna fish casserole. I'm not gonna lie. Have you ever tried a ham loaf? Ground ham, ground pork, seasoned, then breadcrumbs, spicy mustard, horseradish, and everything else need like meatloaf. I have not tried a ham loaf. I've heard of it, but I haven't tried it. I feel like the texture might bother me. I don't know. Is it the same kind of texture as like meatloaf after it's cooked? Let's see. Let's see. Did you see the Don Davidson pic? I finally pitched it. I whipped a whip. Oh, I'll have to take a look, Sherry. It says, well, I eat cheeseburger pizza most of the time. Okay, I like cheeseburger pizza. Let's see. This is hardening back to the chocolate icing hot dogs, you guys. I know, right? A spam shudder. Only with pepperoni pizza do I use ranch. Oh, wait, what did Ashley say? Oh, yeah. All right, so now we're going to use 50. Yeah, we had a friend who was from Hawaii, and one of the things that he made at one point was spam sushi. So it was like sushi rice with like little spam steak thingies wrapped up in seaweed. Apparently it's a thing. I mean, I'm not gonna knock it. Everyone has different palates, but I was like, okay, that's a thing. We all ate spam growing up. Well, baby boomers. Yeah, that's fair. It's the same texture as meatloaf. Interesting. I live in Kentucky and love spam sliced and fried. Make a sandwich. It was dinner tonight. Interesting. I gotta say, I've never had it. Let's see. I love the way you color leaves shows some things don't need a lot of color. Aw, thanks, Melissa. Then you get some of the icing and dip the cheeseburger pizza. Oh, Shannon, I think that's, again, not gonna judge, but I don't think I could do it. I'm using number 10 right now, by the way. I don't think I could. Oh, never just spam. We got it treat you worse than spam. I wonder if my tea is cooled enough already. All right, so we are gonna grab now. Let's see. Let's grab. What do I want to grab? Hi, Abby. Take sweet and savory to the max. I know, right? You can feel your arteries clogging as you eat fried spam. Yeah. I don't know. I think I've always been a little too afraid to, you can judge. All right, Shannon, I'm not gonna lie. I'm judging a little bit. Just a little bit, though, I swear. All right, so number 23 now. Just a little bit. I don't want this to come out too orange. We're gonna go back over with our green here too. Okay, and then we are going to actually grab, let's see, what did we use? We used 5, I believe. Let's see. Oh, was Shell heading out? I missed it. Let me scroll back up. Oh, she's heading out. Okay, good night, Shell. Have a great night. Won 3rd place in a spam recipe contest? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I live in Hawaii. I've never had spam. Maybe it was just a culture. Maybe it was just his family then. But yeah, that's like all he talked about. He absolutely loved it. Wait, what did Robin say? What did Robin say? I'd rather eat my arm. Oh my word. Oh, you ladies crack me up. Let's see. All right, number 5. Number 5, we're going to go over that red just a little bit. Okay, just add. Okay, and then we're going to grab number 50 again. Over that. There we go. All right. Now at this point, I feel like I want to add a little bit more of 61 to the inside here. Okay, make it just a tad darker. And I'm using really light pressure here. I am not pressing hard. There we go. And then follow that up with our number 35. I'll look up at chat here in just a second. Oh. Okay, yes, I'm happy with that. Oh, I missed it. You loved your aunt's meatloaf? Nice. Yeah, Teresa, I'm with you. I can't get on board with raw fish. I'm a fisherman's daughter. I think the texture would totally throw me. Let's see. Those Ergosoft pencils look like they go down really creamy. Hadn't heard of them until watching you, but you make them look like they're really nice. Maybe like Prismas. Actually, Kim, they are not like Prismas at all. They are much harder than Prismas. The key to the Ergosofts is light layers, but they are like they're the name Ergosoft really kind of describes them in a nutshell. So first of all, the ergo part of it is because they have a triangular barrel. Here, let's see if we can see it better here. All right. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. So it's got a triangular barrel, so it's got 3 sides, which make it easier to hold as a grip here. It also has a kind of grippy coating on the outside, which makes it so it doesn't slide around at all. But you really, I mean, I've had these pencils for ages, and you don't go through a ton of them because you do a lot of light layers. I mean, you saw how many layers we put on here, but they in no way blend like the Prismacolor blend. Prismacolors are kind of a animal all by itself. I got those soft Castle Arts today, and I'm going to try them. Yeah, Johanna started using, she was a ambassador for Ergosoft way back in the day. On the earlier cases, you'll see she actually has her picture on them. And then I don't think she's doing that anymore. But I mean, these are the sets of pencils I recommend to everyone. So, but don't go into them thinking that they will blend like Prismacolor does. Because Prismacolor is much, much more, the best term I can use, honestly, is the colors kind of mush together. Like it really, there's a lot of pigment that comes out, which pigment does come out here. But I mean, Prismacolors, yeah, they're a whole different animal. The only other pencil that I found that is even somewhat similar in the way that it blends are the Caran d'Ache Luminance. But I've always said that I feel like the Luminance are what the Prismacolor should be. But as far as how they blend, that one I feel like is the most similar to it. Let's see. Yes, we could only get 24. Initially I had to order directly from the UK to get the 36. Pam, you sharpen them like any other one. Let's see. I've got a few different sharpeners. Oh, I'm shaking my computer. Okay, so this is let's zoom out here. Okay, so this is a Staedtler sharpener here. It's got the 2 holes. I use this larger one for the Caran d'Ache, but generally I will do the smaller one. However, that's for a handheld. I don't really use the handheld anymore. I use this more than anything else. And this has, you'll see here, there's these 3 little grippy things in here. When you put a pencil in, you push this and those move. When you let go, that grips it. So you can put any size, shape pencil you want in here, and then it sharpens it here. This is the Doll 133 hand crank sharpener. I highly recommend it. I think you can find it under !! Sharpener, I think is what I put it on. It might also be in the description below. I think it is. I also have a X-Acto electric sharpener that I use sometimes, but I feel like you can have so much more control over how much of your pencil you're actually sharpening. So I recommend the hand crank one. I love it. Oh, thanks, Ria. Yes, this is the new one in the shop. This is the new mini. So I have a new unicorn sticker in the shop, and this is the new mini that is a freebie that goes with the sticker purchases. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm liking the Black Widows really well because I can blend them better than the Prismas. Oh, nice, Kim. Shapiro Farben or Arteza. Yeah. Make sure I didn't miss anything. And I apologize if I miss anybody's comment. It's trying to keep up here. Well, I love having you all here. This has been amazing. Okay. And if I do miss something you want to say, just go ahead and put it in caps and feel free to repeat it in chat, and I will do my best to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so now we're going to do another combination, and we are going to start with, actually, we're going to start with number 5 here, okay? My X-Acto is awesome, but I definitely don't use them for my Prismas. Yeah, the Prismas, I don't use that with. I really don't even like to use the hand crank sharpener on the Prismas because the more lead you have exposed on your Prismas, the more likely they are to break. And so a lot of times, I actually like to use the larger hole for my Prismas because it leaves more wood covering the lead than usual. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to start with number 5. No, we're going to do a different combination. I said different. We'll do different. Okay, we're going to start with number 52, actually. 52. Okay. Along that edge there. Habit is always to like hold down the paper, but part of the reason I am is because it's like buckled a little bit from the watercolor. There we go. Yeah, I've tried a lot of different sharpeners over time, and hand sharpeners, like the little, Staedtler ones, are great. The only thing you have to keep in mind is the blade. If you find that you've gotten a sharpener and you know it worked really great when you got it and you're absolutely loving, but for some reason now all it's doing is shredding your pencils and your leads are breaking constantly, there are a couple of things that you can check. Number one being, is your blade dull? Your blade will not stay sharp forever, and the more pencils you sharpen, the sooner it will go dull. So one of the things I look for when I purchase a sharpener is the blade replaceable? So if you open up your sharpener here, let's zoom out, get this in focus here. Okay, if you open up your sharpener, it's got this handy little thing where you press where you'd normally empty it. Inside here, you have these two individual blades, and there's this little screw here. Now, the thing with these Staedtler sharpeners that I don't like versus a regular one, let me see if I've got a small little one I can show you. One second. I don't usually use it, but I think I've got one on hand here. Sec. I'm not sure where it's at. Okay, well, if you have a little sharpener in hand, you'll see. But on the Staedtler ones, the only thing that I don't like is Staedtler makes it so you have to purchase the Staedtler replaceable blades. And the reason is, do you see this little nib that's right here? Most standard replaceable blades don't have this little cutout. Normally, you'd be able to unscrew this, replace the blade, and you're good to go. But you have to, for the Staedtler ones, you have to purchase the ones that have the little cutout. I don't know where to get them. I haven't replaced these before because I just don't use them as often anymore. But if you get this, all you have to do is unscrew it, pop in the new one, make sure that it's flush to the side. If it's off at all, like if you've got it askew for whatever reason, this little hitch makes sure that, you know, it does help it keep in place. But if you've got it askew, then your pencil won't sharpen correctly. But if you find that your handheld sharpener like this one isn't sharpening as well, check the blade. The other thing you can do is turn the sharpener, not the pencil. But that's one thing I remind everyone to do, is make sure you replace your blades on occasion. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Oh, wait, who are you talking about? Oh, yeah, you're talking to me. Okay, yes, I am feeling better. Although I do have an appointment with my ear, nose, and throat doctor on Thursday. We're going to discuss some options. I really don't want to get the tonsils out right now. The virus is too bad down here, but if I have no other choice, what am I going to do? Anyway, when I put all my Black Widows together, I looked at short and long all over. Skin tone's fairly new, Monarch brand new, but my 3 original sets were wearing down. Yeah, right there with you, Barb. I just bought the 3 again as backups. Nice. I think I went about sharpening them wrong. I don't like how they look. I'm thinking to get another set of Ergos. I don't know that there's really a way that you can sharpen them wrong. What was happening, Melissa? Was it shredding? Were the tips breaking? What was going on with it? With short point. Yes, I've heard good things about the Tagol. Yes. Let's see. X-Acto blades replaceable. Emily, I have your sharpener. I have not replaced them, but the difference is, Sherry, and let me see if I can show you here. Hang on. I'm going to make a mess here. So inside the X-Acto, I don't know. But for the doll sharpener, we're taking a little segue into some sharpener talk here. Okay, let's make sure that's empty. Okay. So do you see, I'm going to get this brightened. 1 second, bear with me. Okay, and we're going to get this in focus. Okay. Do you see inside here how this is different? It's not a flat blade. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see in there. This is up inside of it. But imagine a bar, and it's got a bunch of blades that are around it. And so there's not a ton of pressure being put on just one side of the blade. This entire thing is spinning it. So I don't think that this is something that regularly gets dull. I mean, I'm sure it will eventually. And this is the Doll 133. But I think the likelihood of you being able to, I think that it's going to last a while, a long while, before we actually need, before it doesn't work anymore. I mean, I've already had this for 6 months or so, and so I haven't had any issues with it. You can dial the length of the tip? Yes. Yeah, you can dial. This one here has a dial on the back. There you go. I always have it on the sharpest point, but yeah, you can dial it to a little bit duller point. There we go. Oh, look at me. I did so good. Last little bit, I got pencil shavings on there. Okay, there we go. It's like the old school sharpeners. Exactly. Yeah, Sherry, mine does too. I have 6 different ones on there, and it actually has a triangular barrel hole on it. I just don't like the lack of control that you get from the electric one. Honestly, I'm probably going to move the electric one out into the main part of the house so my kids can use it when school starts. Very hard to sharpen with my comb. The tips are not very sharp. Oh yeah, me too. In fact, a viewer actually sent me this a while back. Her name is Donna, and I absolutely love it. I was just like, oh, I don't know, hand crank sharpener, but now I can't see myself using anything else, to be perfectly honest. One poor soul had to clean them, then chalkboard once a week. There you go. Wait, $99? Seriously? Well, I guess Australia. What's the exchange rate for dollars and Australian dollars? That seems a smidge high. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab our number 56. Okay, 56. Little sharpener talk. Okay, we'll do 56 over here. There's so many different combinations you can do with just these 6 greens. Just the pencil set in general, and so you get a lot of different looking leaves. Yeah, for sure, Sherry. Hi, Groon! Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, import fees. This is number 10 now. Okay, we definitely need to add more green. So now we're going to grab 52 again. Okay. Something under here, or is that just the page? I think that's just the page. Little smudge of something. I'm gonna drag that green down just a little bit more, and I actually want to put a little bit of green on this side as well. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab our number 56 again. And then number 10. How do you get a great point? So I sharpen these ones in the doll 133. That's how I get the point for these ones. Oh. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and grab our number. Oh, yeah, Pam, I don't blame you. I couldn't either. Number 29. We're gonna give this one a quick sharpen. Yeah, that's a little brutal. I couldn't do that either. Gosh, import fees. Why are import fees so high? I mean, it's a sharpener. What are they paying for? Okay, so now number 29. Yeah, import fees sound really rough. Okay. And then we're going to do it on this side also. Okay, now we're going to grab 52 again. Let's see. Can't believe I made a cake that turned out right after me swapping around some ingredients. Awesome, Loretta. Have someone get it for you and ship it as a gift? That could work. It isn't even, it's really not. It's what? It's less than 4 inches tall. It's like a 2-inch by 2, like 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch. I mean, it's really not big. Our local art store has an electric sharpener for $850. What? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I could know. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna use an X-Acto knife to sharpen my pencils at that point. Okay, so 52. That is crazy. I mean, I can't even fathom that. Well, I mean, you have Amazon, well, no, because you said Amazon Australia there too. So, I mean, what's the main source of art supplies for you guys there? What is underneath here? There's something. It's not going well. Oh, well. Yeah, a little bit, Aspie. They smelt together 115,000 Coombe sharpeners and blades that you could use to build an ultra lightweight tank, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Oh my gosh. That sharpener better cook me dinner and wash the dishes. I know, right? Oh my word. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and grab number 38. 38. Bit here. There we go. All right, now we're gonna grab number 52. Yeah, I mean, I always recommend the Ergosoft anyway, because one of the things I like is that it just simplifies things. As nice as the large sets are, sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, you know, with choosing all your colors, and so simplifying it is kind of nice sometimes. Everything's expensive here, and if you get a decent price on something, the shipping is sometimes insane to you. Ugh, I am so sorry. Yeah, I would... That would be frustrating. That would be incredibly frustrating. All right, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and grab, this is 29 again. It's the same red that we used on the inside part of the leaf. A little bit there. Okay. Let's put a tiny bit here also. Go. And then let's grab 52. There. Okay, and there we have leaf number 2. We are flying, chat. We are flying. Okay. All right, let's see. Now let's do... let's do this leaf here, okay? I would think that it would do just fine. I mean, if it's just like kind of shred, eventually once you like sharpen past like a damaged part, it'll usually even them out, I would think. I don't know how short your pencils are at the moment, but I've had 0 issues with my dull sharpener and my Ergosoft. Okay, so now number 57. Gonna be a little bit lighter, kind of more yellowy leaf. I'm really curious about those castle arts though, for sure. Oh. All right. Loretta, I've used one of my prism pencils. I actually sharpened the wrong end, so I have 2 pointed ends. Oh no, Angela! Oh man. I was buying some stuff on Hannah Lynn's store, $50, where shipping was $80. Guess who didn't get her shopping fix? Oh my gosh. I mean, is that everywhere? But like, if you ship within Australia, the shipping's not that bad, right? All right, so 56. I mean, are you better off just going to stores in Australia? I mean, is it just straight up shipping is that much for everyone? Is like your version of Amazon, do they not have like free 2-day shipping on some stuff? Or is it that it has to be a product that is sold within Australia to get the like free 2-day shipping? Adding the red pinks to those leaves, neat. Wouldn't have thought to do that, but it gives a nice effect. Yes, so Kim, the reason that I do that is when I was in high school, it's one of the few things, and I mean this was ages ago, I'm in my 30s now, but one of the few things I remember my art teacher teaching me was that not to shade with black or gray because it dulls the colors. So what you do, and I'm sure most of you heard me say this multiple times, is you use a complementary color to shade. So if you don't have a color wheel, get yourself one. You can type ! color wheel in chat. So if you struggle with color, it's a nice thing to do. You can also just find color wheels online, but I like having this kind of handy one. It's got all different terminology and stuff. You can turn it and it says, hey, this is what it's going to look like when you add yellow, kind of thing. But here's the key thing. So when you are choosing If you have Prime, you get free shipping. Okay, well, that's good. Still good size, just bad points. Ah, okay. Then yeah, I would definitely try them in the dull sharpener. You choose your complementary color to shade. So for instance, if you're coloring something orange, use a blue to shade. If you're coloring red, use a green to shade, or green to red, that kind of thing. Violet and yellow, gets a little bit iffy, so use your judgment on that, just because this is so dark compared to the yellow. But generally the idea is use a complementary color to shade, and that's going to give you a bit more depth than just adding black to it and flattening the color. So, but see, it's got the back here too. So if you don't have one, highly recommend it. Oop, there we go. I swear I say that probably about 20 times, but I feel very strongly about it. Like it's a lot of help. Let's see, I've shaded with gray. You just have to go back in and yeah, and you can, for sure. For me, personally, I like the idea of shading with color because I feel like it gives it a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Now we're gonna go ahead and use, do I want to use that one? No. We're gonna use, which is darker? We're gonna use 23. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you can use black, of course. But for me, I feel like it gives the picture a little bit more life if you use color to shade versus black. It's weird. Like, there are so many, I've had so many art classes over the years. You know, I was in college as an art major for a while, and there's not a ton of stuff that I remember because, you know, it's if you don't use it all the time, you know, use it or lose it. You tend to forget it. But there are a few things that have stuck with me, and that from high school, which was ages ago, happens to be one of them. Australian Amazon doesn't have the same amount of products or same brands, but then US Amazon isn't permitted to ship to Australia. Some art stores don't have big ranges of products at big stores. Interesting. You should get it, Loretta. It's only like $5. It's super handy. I also have a color theory live stream. And again, those of you that are here regularly are going to be like, I know, I've heard this a million times. But for those of you that are new, I also have a color theory live stream that we did. Just search in my videos for the color theory. We talk a lot about the color wheel. We talk about using different kinds of colors. There is even an accompanying worksheet in our Facebook group that you can use to work along with me. There's like little flowers that you can follow along with and everything. But yeah, that was number 23. Hi, Sue. I like to use black after the complementary color and super close to the dark edge. Yeah, that could give you a nice contrast pop for sure. Oh, for sure, Sherry, of course. Me too, Kat, me too. Trick is remembering what colors I was using. Okay, it was this one here. Boom, boom, and boom. I gotta not mix these together. I gotta set them aside. All right, so let's see. Now we have number 57 again. Ah, okay, yeah, that might be a problem, Loretta. All right, so 57. Well, if it helps, Loretta, you can always find a color, like just a standard color wheel, not a spinny thing, but you can find a color wheel online, I'm sure, where you can just find the picture. Oh. Okay, so we're still using 57 here. Okay. Now we're going to use number 10. It's a bit more yellow. Go. And let's go ahead and grab our red again. Let's see. So something I'm used to, since with digital coloring, I use different layer blend and mode, but I learned so much when I color. Oh, most definitely, Kim. Oh yeah, I color digitally way differently. Canvas has a good color wheel online. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see, 23. Like this color combination would be really good for like fall leaves for sure. Go. And just a reminder too, if anybody has gotten the new Monarchs, if you need a chart, I created a chart with the full 144 pencils you know, color order chart, put them all in color order. Anyway, that's in the Facebook group too. Truth be told, I am working on a way, because I know not everybody has Facebook, so I am working on a way of setting it up on my website so that all of the color charts and everything can be downloaded directly from the website rather than having to go to Facebook. Right now it's Facebook because it's all in one place. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I love that Hobby Lobby coupon. I use it all the time. Okay, so now we are going to grab number 5. Let's see. Thanks, Shannon. Okay. Go. Tiny little flicks. When you do flicks, it kind of leaves a nice kind of light end to your line, so you don't get a lot of harsh lines, and it helps with the blending of adding a new color. Tiny bit there. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and add number, what is this? Number 50. I should have all of these memorized by now. Yeah, of course, Angela. You need that chart? Awesome. Well, Loretta, I can't remember if you're on Facebook or not, but if you're not, send me a message and I can email it to you. Of course, Teresa. Again, if you're not on Facebook, just send me an email here. And I have no problem emailing. This is it here. Exclamation point email. I have loads of charts. Like I said, they're all in the Facebook group right now, but if you need something in particular, let me know and I will let you know if I have it. Otherwise, I have blank charts also. And if you're watching this back later too, if this applies to you also, if you don't have Facebook or you don't use it, you can email me and I will send you the chart if you need it. Oh, awesome, Della. I'm so glad. Okay, and now we're going to use number 50. So yeah, I am working on a way that doesn't involve Facebook, but I have to figure it out still, because I do have a website. I have a nice website, but I probably just don't utilize it as much as I should. And I was just thinking, I'm like, you know, because I have a lot of people that tell me, hey, I don't use Facebook. And I was like, well, this would probably be a lot easier. Oh, awesome, Loretta. I'm like, this would probably be a lot easier if I just had them in a place that everybody had access to and not just Facebook. I don't use Facebook too much personally. The occasional picture of my kids to, you know, our close family and friends, but otherwise, I don't use it too much except for the coloring groups. All right, now we are going to grab number 29. Bit on the edge here. You could sharpen your pencil if you want so you can get a more pinpoint addition of the red here. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and grab number, what did we use before? Is it number 5? Well, either way, I want to use number 52 now. I don't want a green that's that dark. I do want to go over that red just a little bit. Go. All right, so now one of the other things that we can do is you can bring in a brown now. I'm gonna sharpen mine. I made one by color too before you did me equals impatience. Ours do not match. Can you put it in your Etsy store? I could, but the problem is I can't post things for free on Etsy. You have to charge like at least a cent. And I have no intention of selling them. I figure I just give them to people. I mean, they're not my pencils, and all it is Excel. It's not like I'm drawing it by hand, you know? So to put it on Etsy, I'd have to sell it, and I don't feel like that's fair. So I want to have a platform where I can give it away for free. Because like when I did a bunch of drawings when the How to Draw Inky Wonderlands came out, I felt like it wasn't right for me to sell those because I drew them based off of Johanna's drawings, if that makes sense. So I did a big collection of them, and I have all of those for download for free in the Facebook group as well. So Facebook seemed the best way to get it to the public for free, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and grab brown because I want to differentiate the shadow that we put on the leaves versus the shadow that the leaves are casting. So we're going to use brown, and this is number 76. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit here, but I'm going to go really light. I don't want to overwhelm it. We can always add another layer of brown if we want to. Now I'm okay with brown on these green leaves because this brown has a little bit of a red hue to it. So it's a little bit darker than the reds that I have. If I was using something like Black Widows or Prismacolors, I would probably use like a dark burgundy or something. But the other thing is too, with 36 pencils, you're limited on what colors you have. So, you know, I say, you know, shade with with complementary colors kind of thing. It's not a hard and fast rule. You know, make up your own rules as you go along. They're more like guidelines, you know, like, okay, well, if you're stuck or if you're lost, here is a tip that you can use to get out of that space, if that makes sense. I do, Aspie. Yeah, I don't, you know, Belinda, I started building one. I honestly wasn't sure what to do for the tears. I got stuck on the tears. I wasn't sure, like, I don't know what to do here. But yeah, I guess if you don't do that could be like the free section or something. But yeah, Aspie, so I have a website, but it's more for like businessy stuff. Like it has some of my, my colorings and my drawings and stuff on it. I've got an About Me page. And then I've got links to my YouTube and my Etsy and everything. Honestly, what you're going to find on my website is probably what you're going to find. I also have some links on there from like articles and interviews and stuff that I've done. So that's kind of cool. But for the most part, I am probably most active on Instagram. But I feel like this is more, you know, on the business side, I'm like, I should have a website. If you want to go to it, though, it's just emilyillustrator.com. Trying to remember if I have a command for it or not. You can see I'm really gung-ho about my website. What is it? Let me check. Now I'm curious. I feel like I should have a command for it, and I'm almost a little embarrassed if I don't have a command for it. It's like I have a website, but nobody can go to it. It's a secret. Let's see. Maybe exclamation point website? I don't know. Oh, it is! Ha! Exclamation point website. I did make a command for it. I am not totally lame. That's awesome. Oh, thanks, Ashley. There you go. Exclamation point website. Ha! There we go. Ha! Hey, look, it's my website. Oh, man. All right, let's see. 76. There we go. Yeah, so it's more so there because it's there. But like I said, I probably put most of my postings and stuff. You'll see most of my updated stuff on Instagram. That's generally where I go to first. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I could say technically this whole thing started on Facebook, but really it started on Instagram. Aw, thanks, Shannon. You're worried about... Oh, about Belinda. Gotcha, yes. Oh, awesome, Belinda. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Now let's go ahead and do this leaf. Now we have a lot of flowers here, and that's going to have a lot of color. I'm tempted to mix it up, but I think we'll stick with greens for now, just that way so the greens pop against all of the color. Okay, so let's go ahead now and grab number 5. Okay, so let's see. 5. The nice thing is I have a sibling who is a website designer. Now, she didn't make the website, I did, but they helped point me in the right direction for a good hosting platform and everything. And she kind of helped me put together, helped me a little bit with the branding portion of it. And then they gave me the tools and sent me on my way. Which is why when I want to add a new thing on there, you know, like being able to download documents, I need to do a little bit of research first and figure out the best way to go about it. Exactly, exactly. I'm glad you're feeling better, yeah, Belinda. It's been your ear stuff, right? You had that, that antibiotic-resistant ear infection? Oof, that's no fun. No fun indeed. But yeah, so that's my plan, is to figure out a page where you guys can just download directly from the website rather than having to go through Facebook. We're still using number 5 here. There we go. Greens rule the world. Exactly. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's see now. Now, let's see. We've used number 5. We haven't used a real bright one, so let's do number 50 now. Okay. Try not to cover up what I'm doing. I apologize. We are using number 50 now. Gosh, I love Ergosofts. You know, I switch to a lot of different pencils sometimes, but when I really get in the rhythm with these, I forget how much I love these Ergosofts. Oof, I'm sorry, Belinda. That is no fun. I hope they get that figured out for you. Okay, so oop, kitty snack time. There we go. All right, then number 50 here. Yeah, I'm really not pressing hard at all. Layers is definitely the key when using these. I mean, but that's the same way with like polychromos, Artezas, or anything. Yeah, I have a lot of other pencils I like, but these will definitely be... These were my first love. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and use number 10. It's gonna get darker a little bit. I know it's like really bright leaf right now, but we're gonna darken it up just a bit. Okay. Hi, Steve. Okay, so now we are going to grab, let's see, what did we use? Oh no, what did we use? Was it 5 or 52? Chat, help me out. Did we use 5 or 52 first? Can't remember. I suppose it doesn't matter. I suppose I could just grab 52. Well, I mean, it does matter. One's darker than the other. Just can't remember. All right. Check to see who's listening now. Was it 5 or 52 that we used first? I don't remember. 5. Okay, thank you, Angela. Could not remember. All right, back to 5. Professional streamer, by the way. The problem is I'm not setting them separate apart, and so I end up putting them next to each other, and then I'm like, I have no idea what I just used. 5. All right, the 5s are rolling in. Thanks, everyone. See, and this is why I have to have you all with me when I color, because otherwise I can't remember what the heck I'm doing. Oh, perfect. Oh man, I didn't know there'd be a test. I know, right, Belinda? I was just thinking about that. I was like, who did I see? And I was trying to remember if it was you or Sammy that I saw that did that before. Yeah, I can't remember. I gotta keep them separate. Okay, now we're using 50 again. Well, when you have a lot of greens on the table, I mean... I need help, Chad. I need help. See, and this is why I had my kid help me make a to-do list for tomorrow, because I won't remember. Or I'll decide I really don't want to do it and I'll put it off, and she's takes after me and nags me just well enough to make sure that I don't slack off tomorrow for the chores I need to do. All right, so now number 10. Okay, now let's see. I like these songs. These ones with like little beats and stuff. I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not. I tend to keep it a little low so I'm not competing with it. Okay, so now we are going to use number 23. I knew this little section we wouldn't get it all done in one night. I mean, it's a pretty big section, to be honest. Okay, now number 23. When we're done too, we're going to go back with that brown again where this leaf is overlapping the other leaf. Oh. Okay, now we're going to grab number 5 again. When I'm done with this leaf, I'll zoom out so we can kind of see all the leaves together too. Okay. And then, oh, nice, Belinda. Okay, I still have another house like that we haven't started yet. I just haven't had the patience. All right, number 50. It's a little pink bedroom. Okay, now we're gonna grab number 10 again. Fill in that space. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because, I mean, it's nice to see it up close, but sometimes it gets a little skewed when it's so... There we go. That's a bit more accurate. Even after several days of being under heavy books, my world of flowers is still curling, but no longer standing in a half moon shape. Oh, goodness. That's right. You were saying, Teresa, that they folded it. Is that what it was? Was that you that had yours delivered and they folded it in half? Oof. That's rough. All right. Let's go ahead and grab now number 57. I try to do slightly different words are hard. I tried to do slightly different colors on the outside borders and the inside. Wow, that should not have been that difficult of a world, of a word. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk. I cannot talk. Words are hard. I get a vision of Belinda with a little trowel and tiny tiles. Oh, that'd be fun. Yippee for 10. Oh yeah, Teresa, I use number 10 like constantly. Leaves have the color of mango. Oh, it does, doesn't it? I didn't even think about that. Right. Okay. Let's see. Put there on the tips. Here. Okay. Oh, I would return it. I can't type. Yeah, I would definitely, if you ordered it from Amazon, like I would message them and be like, hey, delivered. I mean, you have pictures of it. You're, you know, it's still curled. You can let them know what happened and they might send you a replacement. All right, let's see. Now, number 56. Put here. Okay, and number 10. Fill that in there. Okay. Now we're gonna grab number 29, our Teeny tiny 29. Put some here. Here. And here. Actually, do I want to put any there? I might put a little bit there. A tiny bit. All right, now we're gonna grab number 56. Fighting with little leaves into pots. I get, oh my gosh, yes, the leaves are the hardest. So hard. So many times they got glued to me. Like, no! Okay. Got a little bit there. Now we'll go ahead and grab our brown again. Hi, Shara! I just started the master bedroom. Awesome. Belinda, you're so good at those. You're so good at them. Like, you're super fast. All right, number 76. Is that brown again? We're going to use as our kind of shadow here underneath. There we go. Nice little layer there. Okay. Take another sip of tea here. We're trucking along on these leaves. We're making progress. That was me folding in half of my mailbox once he curled a big JCPenney catalog and jammed it. It took me 15 minutes to get the thing out. Oh my gosh, Teresa. Yeah, I would contact Amazon and let them know. Be like, hey, the post office kind of fudged up my book. Can you send me a new one? All right, I want to try and do something a little bit different with this little frond under here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we are definitely going to be using our brown. We are going to see, how much do we have? Let's use, no, we're going to use this one and this one and yellow. Okay, so the colors we're going to use for this is 76, 73, 25, and number 10, okay? Let's see. Should I make that brighter? No, that's not very accurate. Okay, I want to give you kind of somewhat accurate of the colors. All right, so we are going to... Oh, did I miss someone coming in? Oh, Abby. Hi, Abby. Oh, and wait, Sammy? Sammy here too? Oh my gosh, I'm missing people. I'm sorry, people. Okay, well, I'm sorry. If I missed anyone, blanket hello to everyone. Okay, so let's see. 76. So we're going to start here. Because this is generally going to be pretty dark because it's over, or it's under the other leaves. Okay, that's 76. Okay. Okay, 76 here. Go. A little bit of 76. Ah, just returning. Okay, okay. Oh, hello, Patricia. Or welcome back, Patricia. All right, 76 here. Okay, 76 here. Bit there, tiny bit there. Bit there, tiny bit there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab, when I first opened my color pencils, I was surprised there were 11 greens. I'll never, ever one of them for this book. For which pencils, Teresa? Me too, Bob. Or not Bob, Barb. I'm telling you, I am tripping over words tonight. I think they could do with at least 1 or 2 less oranges and maybe lose a brown and add a purple and a blue. Like if they could add 10 more colors, I think it would be perfect. These are the biggest problem with Johanna books because too many designs in them are one page. I actually like it when there's more different leaves because when I have to remember, like this one is going to be similar to this one. I probably should have done them at the same time. But I like them when they're different because it's like I can start over fresh and come up with a brand new idea whenever I start a new leaf, if that makes sense. All right, so now we're going to grab 73. It's like one of the reasons I color her butterflies and I like them, but I like coloring the first half of the butterfly, if that makes sense. Like, because then I have to remember. I mean, I'll go back and forth and stuff, but yeah, I don't always like drawing the same thing or the same kind of coloring the same symmetrical thing. I actually really enjoy drawing them. I find it very very relaxing, but coloring is different. Okay, a little bit there. All right. Let's see, you spend so much time coloring in the book that you need one that is in primo condition to start with: time, energy, and money. Exactly, exactly. I'll need everyone. Not sure if it was my Arteza or Prismacolor, but the set is only 72. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Prismacolor also comes in 72. All right, we're going to pop this brown off this pencil extender here. I'll lose interest if I have to color all the same color leaves. Yes, same here. That's exactly it. I like, you know, being able to mix it up and stuff. Okay, so now 25. That's honestly what happens a lot of times with some pictures that I peter out on, is that I'm realizing I'm coloring a lot of the same thing and I just don't get excited about it anymore. That's what happens a lot of time when I end up with a work in progress, or I just get too intimidated, or I'm just like, I am not enjoying this, and so I will stop the page and I will continue on something else. You know, do work on a page I'm excited about. Okay. Now we're gonna grab number 10. No Law says you have to color all leaves green. Pretend it's autumn. Exactly. Oh, I am notorious for coloring like crazy. I mean, look at this. Since when is there a flower that's green? I mean, I rarely color. Well, I mean, I guess I'm doing green now, but I'm saying it is not out of the realm of possibility for me to get a purple leaf or blue leaf or pink leaf. We're using number 10 now. Okay. All right, now one thing that we're going to do is we are going to grab... Yeah, I think if all the leaves were the same, but in this kind of instance, I like this because I can do a bunch of different combinations of green and brown and that kind of thing. All right, so we're going to use 38 real quick. Use red, purple, brown, orange, yellow. Exactly, exactly. All right, so 38. I'm going to use to do a little bit of shadow here. This number 38 is a nice cool green, and so it works well when you're wanting to add that kind of shadow. Use a little bit of this yellow over the top here. All right, now we're gonna use, well, that's the nice thing about this particular thing, because if anything, if you're coming out of this with anything today, it's maybe you've got some new combinations to try for leaves. Like the blue leaves you did on the 4 bird circles. Exactly, exactly. Yep, I like doing obscure things. I do like them, like what Emily's doing. I can't use all the same colors. It's my... Exactly. Oh, thanks, Angela. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this one. Let's do... Let's see. I want to do something that's like this. So we're going to bring back... Oh my gosh. We need to start making a counter of how many times I trip over my words. We need to bring back number 38. Oh my goodness. All right, so number 38. Oh. Let's see. I have a naturally green orchid. My friend back from Hawaii for me. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see. 5 a.m. comes quick for me, but thank you for doing these streams. Always a fun time. I'll catch you tail. Awesome, Ashley. Thank you for being here, and we will chat with you next time. It's Monday. A Monday is happening. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, Kat. Have a great night, Ashley. Sleep tight. All right, 38. That out just a bit here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and use number 57. And a combination of cool and warm greens here. Because why not? Suppose I could move that up so it's a little bit more in the middle. I apologize. Love the blues, gorgeous. Aw, thanks. Let's see. Staedtler pencils. Difference between Ergosoft and their triangular ones in the 48 set. I have not tried their ones in the 48 set, but from what I heard, there is definitely a difference. If I'm recommending any pencils, it's the Ergosoft for sure. If you can find the 36 set, that is the one I recommend you get out of the Staedtler. Because I think you're talking about the Norris ones, right? Or I guess there are the other triangular ones. But yeah, Ergosoft are the ones that I recommend. I cannot speak to the other ones because I have not tried them. But yeah, these are the ones that I definitely recommend. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Let's go ahead and grab number 56. We are just going to leave a tiny little bit of white space. We're not going to take it all right to the edge. I'm actually not going to use number 10 on this one. Just a tiny bit of white. We are going to go back over, however, with... The other ones are horrible. Yeah, I haven't tried them. Yeah, definitely the Ergosoft. Number 38 again. Here once more. Okay, now we'll go ahead and grab number 57. Use Koh-i-Noor. Let's see. I have like 4 Koh-i-Noors. But no, I just had them once so I could try them. It's been a long time since I've tried them. But yeah, that's a no on the Koh-i-Noor. I have a lot of other ones though. I have a bunch of fairly newish ones that I would like to use more of, but you can only color so many pictures at once. So like I want to use the Shapiro Farbens more. I want to use the Leo Rembrandts more. I definitely want to use the Polychromos more. I want to try out these new Castle Arts. So I have a long list of pencils I want to go ahead and try. Koh-i-Noors are wonderful. Got a small set from Amazon Warehouse. Fell in love with them. Oh, awesome. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. I don't know why it's buffering. Yeah, I'm not having any drop frames. I'm sorry, Kenny. Have a good night. Okay, so 56. Hi, Shannon. 56 here. Yeah, like I said, we're leaving just a tiny little bit of white bit. Okay, now we're gonna grab number 61. Thanks for being here, Kenny. Hugs to Mamad. Okay, so 61. Well, I guess high fives because I don't have the exclamation point hug. So exclamation point high five. There you go. Let's see. I like the Lyra. They are also available in open stock. Yes, that's nice. Goldfaber. I have a small set of Goldfaber. I'm not sure where they are. I don't remember thinking anything too spectacular about them, but I don't think they're bad. Okay, number 38. I don't even know what time it is. 10:04. We're doing good. 8. Now we're gonna grab 57 again. I mean, you can see that I go over these leaves like a good, 2 to 4 times before I'm happy with them. So layering is definitely important. Okay, and then number 56 again. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab that brown. Let's see. Sounds good, Della. Have a great night. Aw, thanks, Jay. We're using that brown, number 76, for that kind of overlapping shadow. Go. Now, what we could do if we really wanted to, but these don't blend in the way that the white ones do. Or, sorry, like the Prismacolors do. You could, if you wanted to, you could grab your white and kind of just try and soften that just a little bit. It does an okay job. I really don't use my Ergosoft white very often. All right. See, we're getting a nice little cluster of leaves here. Does anyone know, is Amazon printing on better paper or did I just get lucky? I don't know. Last I heard, Amazon Create Space paper is more like kids coloring book style paper. I'm gonna get run out of town with pitchforks and torches for this, but I'm not a fan of polychromos. You know, Loretta, I honestly wasn't for a while, and I think it has a lot to do with like your style of coloring and what you're comfortable with. So I am okay with that remark. Okay, so not that you need my validation for that. That was a weird way to say that. I apologize. Exactly, Monkey, exactly. Let's see. I'm having your words are hard issue, but in typing, well, you know, words are hard in any setting. So, okay. So my grandkids will be here any minute. So gotta fly. Catch everyone on the next stream. Thanks, Emily. Sounds good, Pam. Have fun with your grandkids. Thanks for being here. All right, we're gonna do kind of a reddish group of leaves down here. We've got a nice bounce. We've got all this green. We've got kind of a brown one here. We're gonna do like a reddish one here. All right, so we're gonna start with 76. So we're just using 76 here. Put there where that shadow is going to be. But we'll definitely come back in with a green to lay down our overlapping shadow sections. Gosh, I love Ergosoft. Oh, love, love, love. Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn this just a bit. Let's see. Exactly. Some people love or hate. Exactly. All the chat about food is kicking in. Sounds good, Melissa. Have a great night. Okay, good, Loretta. All right, so 76. All right, now let's see. Do I want to do... Yeah, I think I will. All right, so now we're going to grab number 61. 61. it. That's kind of that darker, kind of cooler pink of them. Sounds good, Sue. Have a great night. Sounds good, Kat. Everybody that's heading out, have a great night. Kat, thank you again for your super chat. You're absolutely wonderful. Sue, have a great night. Everyone that's going to sleep, have a good night. Guys, we'll be live again on Friday, okay? Friday. Oh, no, wait, that's supposed to be Monday, right? Monday, ba-da, ba-da-da-da. I don't know, that's probably copyright. I should probably stop. All right, let's see, 61 again. Oh. All right. Here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and grab which one? Let's see, let's do, no, you know, we'll go ahead and stick with the same kind of temperature, and we are gonna go with number 20. And I say temperature because there's warm pinks and cool pinks in this set. So I was staying with the cool pinks, and then we're gonna add a little bit of yellow at the tip. The number 10. Nice, Teresa. Yeah, it is 10-11 here. 11-11, there you go. Yeah, Australia, it's morning time there. UK, it's middle of the night there. East Coast, it's probably getting a little bit late. Well, East Coast is Loretta's time, I think. Yeah, because they're an hour ahead of me. So yeah, we're using number 20 right now. We're definitely going to go over with another layer too. All right, so now number 10. Go. All right, so now we're going to do... Shara, that's funny. 1:12 p.m. Tuesday here. There you go. Yeah, I only know about Australia being morning because usually if I'm, you know, Belinda and I did a co-stream once, or if she's here, it's usually breakfast time for her. Or when I'm watching one of her streams and it's evening for me, it's morning for her, and she's getting ready to start her day. Belinda, I think you're still here. I base all my Australian time zones off whatever it is you're doing at the moment, Belinda. I'm like, I wonder what time it is in Australia. Well, let's see what Belinda's doing, and that will answer my question. Oh my goodness. Let's see, is it Gillian or Jillian? I'm gonna go with Jillian, but, well, thanks for being here. 4:15 in the morning, you trooper. Hello. All right, so let's see, 76. Go, 76 again. Well, it's nice to do. I want to do the occasional weekend stream just because it's easier on the UKers time zone a little bit. Yep, about to have lunch. See, there you go. It's instead of, you know, Australian time zone, it's my Belinda time. I know what time it is by what she's doing. Do you plan the colors of most of the page for you again? Not really, Teresa. I kind of figure it out, like, how the page is looking. For instance, like, I really like this dark green color, so I knew I wanted to start that. But I also like to balance things. So, you know, we've got a lighter leaf here, greener leaf here. I wanted the brown leaf here. And so when I'm looking at it now, I'm like, okay, I've got, you know, kind of cooler greens here, warm green, I've got a brown here. I can probably balance it with a red over here. So I kind of build it as I go along. And balance it that way. So for instance, we will probably do Even I honestly probably won't do this one the same color as this one. So we'll probably, I want to do this one a little bit warmer. We'll probably do this one more of a heavier dark green, not really a cool green, but a heavier dark green here. Maybe a yellow one here would be nice. But I more so look at it as I go along and try to make sure there's a little bit balance and not too heavy one way or the other. Or wait to decide when you fish one. Oh yeah, I didn't read that part. The second one, Teresa. The second one. But yeah, occasionally I might plan it out, but really not very often. I kind of just tend to wing it as I go along. I might have like an idea of a color palette. Sometimes I come up with like an idea for a color palette. Like I did the dragon in Enchanted Forest all in gray tones. And so, you know, that was a planned color palette. But for the most part, on a regular picture that I haven't challenged myself to do something specific, I just sort of make it up as I go along. BAST, Belinda Australian Standard Time. I like it, Aspie. That is what I'm going to refer to it as now. It's no longer Australian Standard Time. It's Belinda Australian Standard Time. And then I will know what time of day it is over there. I'll just randomly text you, Belinda, and I'll be like, hey, so is it breakfast, lunch, or dinner right now? I'm a winger. Yep, I've been winging it. All right, let's see. 61. Well, how much of a time zone difference is there across East Coast and West Coast in Australia? Because obviously, like here, we have West Coast. You know, it's 2 hours behind me. I'm kind of in the middle of the U.S. here, and then we have East Coast, which is an hour ahead of me. So, how are your time zones laid out in Australia? Is there like only a 2 hour difference on either end? I guess what's the biggest hour difference in Australia? I'm using 61 right now. I'd love to go there someday. I'd love to go like snorkeling there. I think that'd be really cool. Probably very pretty. Okay, then number 20. To be fair though, like most of my knowledge about Australia comes from Crocodile Dundee and Finding Nemo. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Australia's all the same? Ah, okay, okay. But not the Crocodile Dundee where he goes to New York. Because that one's just silly. The Crocodile Dundee where, you know, there's another color I want to add here. I am going to grab... Oh, 2 hour time difference between West and East Coast. Okay. I'm going to grab number 43, and I want to add that in here. Lightly. It's a bit of an orange. Oh. Okay. Now we are going to grab, let's see, what do we want? What do we want? We want green. We want blue. Let's go ahead and grab our cool green. The flight to Australia is killer. How long is the flight from like East Coast to Australia? 3 time zones, Western, Central, and Eastern. Ah, okay, okay. So 38. I'm gonna give 38 a quick sharpen. There we go. Yeah, I'd love to go there someday. I think that would be very, very cool trip to take. Aw, thanks, Patty. Okay. Create here. I'd also love to go back to Scotland again someday. And New Zealand. Okay, I just want to travel and kind of go everywhere. Go. Sure, I think you've said you've been to New Zealand before. A few times, actually. It's not all the same here. Each state has different weatherer. What do you mean weatherer? Oh, different weather. Okay, I'm gonna guess. 14 from San Fran to Australia, I think. Dang, yeah, that's a long flight. That's a real long flight. I also want to visit Korea at some point. But that's just because familial ties. Okay. Let's go ahead and zoom out and take a look at this as a whole. There we go. See, it's coming along. Yeah, see, and I'll do some green under here. But it's times like these, though, because I can see that this leaf kind of ends here, but then the question is, what do you put behind these red leaves, you know? Just want to see the Snowy River Mountains since seeing the movie Man from Snowy River. Ah, okay. Yeah, I get that. Right, Angela? Exactly. All right, let's do... Let's do these leaves here, okay? I try to go every few months when not in a pandemic. I know, right? I don't think anybody will be traveling anytime soon. Sounds good, Robin. Have a great night. Yeah, Patty, that's probably a big reason why I want to do New Zealand. All right, let's see now. Let's go ahead and do another one where we start with number 57. Okay. The hour's drive from the Snowy Mountains. Oh, Aspie, that has to be so pretty. So pretty. My kids were, we were talking about seasons and stuff, and so we were discussing with the kids today about how even though it's for summer for us here, it's hot, it's winter in Australia and New Zealand and everything. And so they were baffled that there's another place right now that even though we're hot right now, they have snow, and they're like, wait, what? Well, some places, you know, have snow down there, but the point is that, you know, it was such opposite in the fact that, you know, Christmas time is essentially their summertime, and so they were just completely confused. Sorry, I'm using number 56. All right, and then number 10. Yeah, I definitely want to go back to Scotland at some point. There were a lot of things I didn't get to see. I think instead of flying into, let's see, where did I fly into? I flew into Aberdeen, duh. I flew into Aberdeen. I think I would want to fly into Inverness. Also, some areas are dry and flat, some have green, lots of hills. I get that. I get that. When in Oregon, a lot of people assume that it's just like one big coastline, but in reality, Oregon's divided up into where, like, imagine it's divided up into quarters. The first quarter is coastline, the second quarter is valley, and the other two quarters are all desert. Like, it's the way that it works. A lot of people don't realize there's so many different climates. Oh, I'm sorry, Shara. Do you do pine trees for Christmas or use something else in Australia? Oh, that's a good question. I didn't even think about that. I would assume. I know a lot of people use, you know, here's the thing is that when we lived in Oregon, we would go and chop down our own trees just because, I mean, they had tree farms, and that's, I'm using 38. That's just kind of what you did in Oregon. Here, though, they do have some tree farms, but they're pretty far away. Anyway, so we do have a fake tree now, but we invested in a nice one, and it's not like super tall, so the kids can reach the top. They can decorate the whole thing, and so we do have a tree that we pull out every year. Let's see, 57 we're using. Okay. Oh, nice, Monkey. I lived in the high desert part of Oregon. So are we talking like Bend area, Angela? We use pine trees? Okay. Pine forest just across the paddock from me. Oh, that's nice. My cousin's in the desert section of Oregon. There you go. Yeah, like Bend is the big, one of the big cities in the desert section of Oregon. Okay, 56. And I love it up there, though. Weather is gorgeous. Klamath. Ah, okay. Very nice. Okay, we are going to use number 23, Portland. Oh, very nice, Monkey. Love Portland. See, when was the last time I was in Portland? Years ago, I think. Been a little bit. Not in Klamath, but by there. Yeah, that's fair. My dream is the upper west coast, like Washington, Oregon, and further north to Alaska, but I hear that part of the coast is amazing. Oh, Ellen, it is. It really is. It's absolutely wonderful. I had visions of trying to decorate a palm tree. Oh, that's funny. I think in Hawaii, don't they like put lights, like if you're like into decorating outside, don't they wrap lights around the palm trees? All right. Let's see. Let me use a little bit more of that. I'm going to go a little bit darker. Crazy would sum it up. Scary for me. It would never disappoint you. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. It's absolutely wonderful. Is Charlie Brown a type of tree? Because that's the only kind we ever had. I suppose it could be categorized as a Charlie Brown tree. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to grab number 57. I think eventually wherever we move, one of my main things is I would love to move a place that has full seasons. Like one where, not where you're inundated with snow, you know, not one where you're, you know, it's just all snow all, you know, for like 4 months or whatever, you know. I wouldn't mind snow for like a month, but I want to live somewhere, I'm using 56 right now, where it isn't a question of whether or not you're going to get snow for the winter, you know what I mean? And then, you know, nice temperate spring. I don't know, does that place exist? You know, snow for a month, then no more snow, nice easy springs, not super rainy, you know, and you know, not devastatingly hot summers where, you know, something under 100 degrees for summers. Yeah, nice breezy autumns. Say root or often, please. Root, often. Are we talking pronunciations? Yeah, root and often. I guess some people pronounce it often. No, root and often. Often. Often is the instinct. Now I'm thinking about it too much. Oh, God. I can't say the word anymore. I'm going to think about it. And hotels, they might wrap lights around palm trees, but not regular people. Ah, that's fair. At least that's in Hawaii on the Big Island. Yeah, I could see that. Like, do it for touristy reasons. We used to have great definitive seasons here in West Virginia, but not anymore. Aw, nope, it doesn't exist. Aw, trying to get the husband to go somewhere other than the Caribbean is tough. He's gone across country. I never have. Toronto's pretty temperate in winter because of the lake effect. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. I just know that I want snow, but I don't want it to be like really dangerous snow, if that makes sense. All right, now number 52. I suppose we could be like nomads and travel wherever the weather is that we want. That could work. Become nomads. I could stream and be a nomad, right? The kids would totally be up for that. Good grief. Either Pixie or Monster's gone haywire tearing through the house plane. Oh, gosh. All right. Now number 50. Okay. And then number 10. There we go. All right. And now we're going to use number 29. You know, because we do such light layers, like these pencils don't wear down super fast. I mean, yeah, I have some short ones, but they've been short for a while. Okay. Now we're going to grab number 52 again. Go over that red just a bit. Go. All right. Let's grab that brown. I do have a friend in Oregon and also one in Alaska. I need to go. There you go. Well, post-pandemic, all right? Okay, so now we're going to use number 76. I guess we could use this a little bit there. Now, you know, we'll just use it for the overlap. You know, and I feel like I'm going to go ahead and use this brown again and darken up this overlap area here. Whoop. It'd be nice if you guys could see, huh? I'm going to add a little bit more there. Everything's fairly consistent. All right, let's zoom on out here. Boop, boop, too dark. Here we go. There's a couple who travel around in a scamp. It's Elsa Ray. She's on YouTube. I like watching their stuff. Elsa Ray and Baron. Aw, thanks, Angela. There we go. That's better. All right. Let's see. It is 10:31. I don't know. I guess I was hoping we get a bit more done, but I think I forget how much time I actually spend on the leaves, going over and over and over them. Let's see. Let's zoom on out. But it's coming along. It's looking nice, I think. We'll definitely need to throw in, I think, these ones. I'll do kind of the bluish green. This one I think will definitely be, so this one will probably be yellow. This one will be a nice kind of solid green, like these maybe. This will be a yellowish one. Normal green here. And then we'll start in on all the flowers. We got some leaves down here, but yeah, it's coming along for sure. All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to call it. I don't know what I'm going to do about these castle arts because I want to do this whole section on Ergosoft. What we might do so we can try the castle arts on Friday is like maybe do these 2 squares down here or something and then go back. I don't know. But I definitely want to try the castle arts out, but I don't want to switch pencil brands in this section. This whole section is going to be Ergosoft. So a little bit, Shannon, a little bit. Yeah. Anywho, all right, ladies and gents, I am going to head out. Thank you, everyone, for being here so much. Kat, thank you again for that super chat. Thank you to Shannon for modding for me and Kenny for earlier. Thank you so much. We're going to be live again on Friday where we'll continue working on this. We're just trucking along on it, taking it easy. Love chatting with you guys about pencils and sharpeners and different things. For sure, Angela, for sure. So in the meantime, everyone, please stay healthy, stay safe, and yeah, I'll catch up with you all on Friday, all right? Thanks, Shannon. Maybe, Loretta, maybe. We'll see. Love a bit of castle art since I have them. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, maybe we can do these little ones in castle arts. All right, everyone, have a great night, and I will chat with you all a little bit later, all right?